It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
And the Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Golden Gophers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Coleman. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, the receiver's got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The Golden Gophers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Minnesota 7, Georgia Tech 0.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And the Yellow Jackets have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Power football with the run. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Going to the run, it's Hosley. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys leading into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
To the ground with the back. Just plowing ahead. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Lindsey. Now adjusting. Throwing on the run. Snags it down the right side. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for the score. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. On the run, it's Tosley. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's King. He unleashes a long one. Pulls it in down the sideline. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. If you got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Haynes. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 17 to Duke. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Lindsey. Zings it complete to the right. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Just a short pass to the tight end. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Off play action on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tracy. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Now, Minnesota.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being
intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the 1st half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Minnesota 7.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Looking downfield, it's Kane. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the 1st possession. And how about the 1st play, they get a sack?
And the returner will be brought down. Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll go to the toss. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run deep down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here comes the two-point try. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's King. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on him. He's going to take off. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Oregon State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Beavs in a statement win if there ever was one. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with him. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Taylor. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Got the first down and more. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Fires to the big fella.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. Tight end now in motion. To throw, it's Lindsey. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. Still running at the 40. Lots of room to run. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the 3rd period, and will carry that one into the 4th. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Byrne. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Great job by the back on the option. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 30. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The inside handoff. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Dropping back, it's King. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Let's go! He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the stomping has commenced. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Fires left, and they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
Oh, he's got some space. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw.
There he goes to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Minnesota.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll set up to throw. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. Push down for the tackle. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll go up top on second and short. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Minnesota! Quick strike through the air for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He goes airborne, and he's in there for the two-point conversion. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. someone move just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on third down. They'll go right back to it. Past the 30. Turning it on.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.